Hey Virgo, welcome to your 2025 predictions reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get started, we are definitely going to get into it because I've got like so many oracle decks here and 2 tarot decks. But before we do, this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading. If you are interested in having something like that, you can go down to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a private virtual reading with me. However, because this is a general reading, it may not resonate for everybody, and if you feel like you're not connecting to the reading, that's perfectly okay. That happens sometimes. Just leave this reading behind, and do consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. But if this reading does resonate for you, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, or just sharing with friends, family, loved ones, social networks, any of the videos I have, any of the readings. Any support at all is so very much appreciated. All right, so let's get into it, Virgo. First, we're going to see what the year of 2025 is bringing into your life. Wow, instantly. You've got round and round, number 25. So there might be something that you're going to have to like return back to or double back on and like rethink in 2025, or there might just be like a recurring thing that you're dealing with. Okay, let's see here. Deep knowing, that's a nice card. And happy, happy. Cool. Yeah, you got like a little bit of everything here. All right, this is the part of the reading, Virgo, where I'm going to pull all of your cards at once, and then we will get into the reading later on. So if you want to skip over this part, you are perfectly welcome to do so. It shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. But if you would like to stick around and watch the cards come out in real time and watch me chat about things as they come out, then you are perfectly welcome to do that as well. You've got number 27, Keeper of Grace. Also on the bottom is Keeper of Play, and my guides are letting me know that they want me to take that, so I am going to. Oi! All right, got 2 cards, Solstice, Shapeshift. Let's get one more from the Wisdom of Tao deck. Nice. Okay. Now let's get your tarot cards. Also, sorry for any noises you might hear, like any cars, which you might hear some zooming right now, any car horns, any dogs barking. I live in a noisy area, so I do apologize in advance for that. I think 2025 is a year of transition for you, in a way. It doesn't feel like it's anything very deep, per se. Yeah, you got the Hanged Man. Yeah, it feels like there's some new perspectives being taken, some new methods being tried, and put into action. All right. Nice. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you might meet somebody new in your love life, actually, in 2025. Let's see what's going on in your work life. Oh. A change in direction, I think, in your work life. But it's a change in direction for the better because you got the Ten of Pentacles that came out too. All right, Virgos, I'm going to clarify with a different deck as we move through the reading and as I feel the need to get more context. But to begin your reading, we have got the Round and Round card, number 25, as the first card to signify what is coming into your life in 2025. Now, this tells me that there will be a chain of events, a situation, or even a mindset, something that you return to. It could be a project that you're needing to return to in 2025. Maybe you completed it in the past, but now you're kind of going back to it for some reason. You're editing something that you've completed for some reason. It feels like you're returning to something. And it quite literally can be something physical, maybe like a DIY project you're returning to. Maybe you're finally getting the time to do something that you've been meaning to get back to. Maybe you started painting a room and like 3 of the walls are painted. It's that kind of vibe. So in 2025, you're going to be like able to actually finish out the project and you're returning to things. It also feels like there might be a lesson, a situation that pops back up again that you think that you were done with. Okay, I don't like giving that message. It does feel like you are going to be okay and that you are going to move through it with grace. Like this might be, again, a lesson that you might not have really integrated, something that you might have learned in the past, but maybe you kind of put it in the back of your mind and you haven't really put the lesson into action in your life. So there's going to be a situation that pops up that kind of forces you to relearn the lesson or to integrate the lesson into your life. You do also have the Deep Knowing card here, which tells me that you'll know this when it comes up. Like you'll be aware of it. This is the card of intuition, the card of deep reflection and introspection and being in touch with your heart. So not only will you be operating from a place of wisdom in 2025, but you'll be able to navigate this situation with wisdom. I think you will integrate the lesson. I think you will learn the lesson and ultimately get to a better place. You've got happy here. So like amidst all this and despite all of it, there is still a lot of joy coming into your life in 2025, a lot of good times, all right? And whatever this situation is, I feel like you're going to deal with it. You're going to nip it in the bud, and it's going to be like a shadow of an issue. It's going to be like in the past, all right? That's what I'm feeling like. There might also be somebody who pops up from the past, and you might feel triggered by them. Like you might, like I'm getting like an ex-spouse, all right? Like an ex-spouse, you might see them or they might say something to you that like they used to say to you, or something along those lines. Like they'll show up randomly and all of a sudden they're acting, like things are the same and like you are the same people and like nothing's changed. And it kind of is triggering. It's kind of weird for you. And it's actually an opportunity for you to like really stand your ground or to really integrate the lesson that you've learned with them into your life. Okay, so that's just an example there. I do feel like it's going to be a reflective year. I think it's going to be a fun year. You've got Keeper of Play, you've got Keeper of Grace as your overarching lessons. I am going to read these messages for you. But the first thing with this Keeper of Play card, it's like number 16 adds up to 7, and the 7 card represents challenges in our lives that ultimately change fundamentally who we are and how we look at the world. And I do see that you are getting a new perspective in the world, and that's kind of going to be like something that you experience a push and pull with. In 2025, you might be learning new things, and whatever you do learn, also here, 4 plus 3, 7, 5 plus 2, 7, then you've got 8 here. 2 plus 6 is 8. So it's like a progress you're making in 2025. You might experience like this challenge with this round and round card. It's something that fundamentally changes you, how you show up in the world, how you see the world, or just like how you operate. And whatever the lesson is, it's important. So you've got Keeper of Play here reminding you, amidst all of this seriousness and amidst all of these changes that are happening internally, you've got to make some time to play and have fun, which, you know, this card does show us will happen for you at 2025, especially like towards the end of 2025. I think like the second half of 2025, it's going to feel a bit more fun, a bit freer, a bit looser than the first half. You might really like the ocean. All right, so that's coming through. So you might like the ocean, you might like the water. Blue might be your favorite color. There's something here with like the waves and the little like whirlpools on the bottom of this card here. So I'm going to go ahead and read these messages for you. The message of this card is, just like a tree's limbs can support a swing of joy, your arms can hold a great deal of play. Too often, our own bodies are weighed down by responsibility, demand, guilt, or shame. It's time to construct a swing of joy in your heart. Remember your inner 3-year-old who stood on their head or hung from the monkey bars just for the joy of the tactile experience? The tree keepers knew that play opens pathways to problem solving and creative genius. It's not just enjoyable for your inner child, it's also essential for the outer adult. Fill your arms with the lightness of play and possibilities. Doors will appear where there were only walls. The Keeper of Grace's message is, while a capitalistic system that profits from you feeling less than would have you believe that true strength comes by force, the tree keepers would have you understand that prowess and power come from balance, the interplay between an active will and a surrender to what is. When we refuse to take things personally and see ourselves as part of the living organism of nature, we can accept what is, while also engaging our creativity to shape our personal reality. Between those opposite energies lives the golden thread of grace and the fierce, the tender heart of surrender. So the overarching lessons for you have to do with surrender, balance, understanding that play is necessary and that play is actually something that we need in life. But also there's something about creativity in both these cards. Creativity being used to open doors for you and in ways that you wouldn't really think creativity would help you with. Now for your guidance cards, you have got Solstice. Again, this does resemble balance. It means that your guides want you to be aware that balance is necessary in the year of 2025. Balance between work and play. Balance between creativity and vision and planning. Okay, the solstices are the extremes of the year. So the winter solstice is actually coming up. It's December 21st, I believe. It's the darkest day of the year. It's when we have the least amount of sunlight. And then, of course, the summer solstice is when we have the most amount of sunlight. I think it's June 21st or 22nd, around that time. So there's just some guidance here that you don't want to do anything to the extreme. You know, you don't want to put all of your eggs into work across the year of 2025. And similarly, you don't want to just have all play and no work. You want to find a fine balance, all right? You've also got Shapeshift, which I love this card. Shapeshift encourages us to remember that we are ever changing, that we are dynamic, and that there is no fixed identity of ours. Really, we can recreate ourselves whenever we want. So you're actually being encouraged to embrace recreation of yourself, changing your identity, trying things on. And when I say try things on, I can mean, you know, clothes and colors and different kinds of things, different kinds of hairstyles, of makeup styles. Of course I can mean that. But I also mean trying on different perspectives, trying on different mindsets, new habits, maybe new daily rituals that you might be interested in implementing in your everyday life. Try them on. See how they feel. Do they feel like they're, you know, nice rituals that you want in your life, or do you feel like you could do without them? Do they bring you joy and peace, or do they bring you stress? You know, it's about trying things and having a certain lightness and curiosity about them where you don't feel like you are fixed, like you feel like your identity is fixed and you just have to show up a certain way. That is not true. And I feel like you are in the middle of a shift in 2025 because you've got the Six of Swords here. And whatever this shift is for you, it's about finding a new perspective on things. It feels like you are ultimately on a journey in 2025, because you could have started something new in 2024. So you could have started like a new learning process. So you might have gone back to school. You might have gone to school for the first time. You might be like in a new job that you just started in 2024, whatever it may be. I see that in 2024 you were very optimistic, and you started something new, and you opened a new chapter of life. And now that you're like in the middle of the journey, you're kind of being asked to take on a little bit of a different perspective as you move through the shifts of the journey. And do that with curiosity and with lightness. Don't let it bog you down, and don't get glued down to any certain way of thinking about yourself. Like if you want to change your hair, change your hair. If you want to try some new meditative practices, do it. If you want to try a new workout class, do it. If you want to like join a pottery class and you've never ever done pottery in your life, do it. Like this is the time of your life to try new things. And you've also got the live card here, which again, very similar energy, very similar sense. If you suspect you are on the wrong road, heading in the wrong direction, stop and turn around. Life must be lived and not simply debated to be meaningful. Being indecisive is not an option. So you're going to have to really be decisive about the things that you ultimately choose to keep in your life. But generally, this card is just live your life. I mean, don't get so serious about it. Just have fun. Go to work, do what you need to do, and have fun. See your friends. And whatever this, annoying situation is with this round and round card, deal with it. You'll deal with it. And you'll get it sorted out, and it'll be fine. I feel like this year is actually a good year for you, Virgo. I will say that because it's really just about balance. It's about balance, and it's about trying new things, trying things on, and seeing how life feels with those things added into your daily life, okay? Now, the energies you're being encouraged to embody and embrace in the year of 2025, we've got the 9 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. If you experience any anxiety, stress, insomnia, trouble sleeping, but really any like fear that keeps you up at night, fear that's freaking you out, stressing you out, your guides want you to know that this is only happening because you are in the middle of a shift. You are in the middle of a serious perspective change. Like there might be delays, there might be pauses that you experience in 2025 that are frustrating at first, but it's like they're only there because you're being guided on a different direction. Maybe you're, somebody who believes that you want to study, I don't know, computer science in school. And you're like, okay, I need to go to school for computer science. Need to. There's no other way around it. That's what I want to do. I know it's what I have to do, period. But say, even though you are that convinced that you are a computer science major and that it's your path, you experience stress about it, and you experience a lot of worry, and the whole process of it just freaks you out. It makes you very anxious, and you're not getting good sleep. And then say you take a class, like a psychology class, and you're like, oh my God, I really like this. I'm really into this. But, what the hell? I'm supposed to be a computer science major. But then again, I really like this psychology class. What could I do with this? And it's guiding you to a different direction, and a different direction that is calm. I like the 6 of Swords because it's somebody navigating towards calmer waters and away from chaos and drama. All right, so if there's any drama or chaos in your life, just know that you have the option to follow a path that is calm. You have the option, okay? It's all about a matter of perspective and mindset. And if you experience some waiting times, things might go slower than you want them to, that's okay. That's okay too, because the slower they go, the more intentional you'll be. And those challenges that you face with being slow or any pauses or delays, your guides are wanting you to overcome those challenges with being innovative. Be creative with how you approach things in 2025, because you got the 7 of Swords. And again, this really reminds me of the Shapeshift card here. They're a very similar energy. It's about just being creative, employing creative new strategies, new tactics, new methods to do things, trying new things out. Okay, and this is about being patient. Three of Wands. Sometimes the Three of Wands tells me somebody's thinking about their future, tells me that they're manifesting. Right now, it's telling me that you just need to be patient during this whole process. If there's any delays, patience. Don't worry, because whatever path you're moving down, like the right path will make itself very clear for you. And you'll ultimately want to follow your passion. Follow what brings you joy. Have a good time when you play and you find ways to express yourself in joy. If you go out dancing, if you have any creative hobbies, like have fun and employ those hobbies. And like I said before, you have the Fool in the past position in 2024. You started something new. You chose to move down a new path. Now you might actually be course correcting in 2025, and that might be why you got the Round and Round card. So you're going to be kind of guided to rethink something, is this the path I want? And ultimately you'll know. There's deep knowing here. You'll know what's guiding you to your joy. Yeah, but you might just be like thinking about, all right, maybe I should kind of do this first, and then I can go do the thing I want. You might be course correcting in that sense. But as you move into 2025, you got the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I am going to clarify these cards because I feel like I need a little bit more context. Yeah, the Hanged Man again. Okay. Yeah, there might be some like technological delays or annoyances in 2025. Knight of Pentacles. Nice. Got the Queen of Pentacles there as well. And yeah, Nine of Swords. You're getting all the same cards. Well, you actually in 2025 might be working on something creative, like writing something. You might be a blogger. You might be on YouTube. You might be, like creating your own blog or writing something technologically. I don't quite know how to put it besides that. And whatever it is, it might be kind of slow moving at first. You might experience some delays, like I said, with it. Like the software might be annoying. Things might crash. Okay, just be aware of that. But you're moving overall into an energy of mental clarity. You're kind of learning how to hone your mental clarity. You're learning mental discipline. I really feel like this is a student energy, or this is like somebody who has gone down a new route, and you're trying to build wealth from it. So you might have like started a different kind of job or started a different source of income, and you're like learning how to do it. So this is kind of like a training period in 2025 for you almost. And this is going to build your wealth. Again, Queen of Pentacles, this is going to put you in a good position. And if it is not like a source of income that this new thing is for you, then I feel like in 2025, your finances will look very good. You'll be growing in the places where you invest your energy and effort and time. All right, so I feel like 2025, your finances should be okay. You might actually be, like I said, changing and course correcting something, but it feels like it's the right thing to do, and you know that it's the right thing to do for your finances. Now, for your love life, you actually might be meeting somebody new. You've got the Page of Cups. They might be somebody who is a bit younger than you, or they might just kind of present as somebody who is very romantic. They might be a water sign, so a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I'm going to clarify this for you and see. Or else you actually might be declaring your love for somebody else. This is an energy of getting proposed to as well. But yeah, you might be like telling somebody you have feelings for them, and somebody else might be coming to you saying that they have feelings for you. Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's something new and it's spicy. It's like, there's passion, there's lust, there's sensuality in your relationship with them. That actually might be like the most of it. I'm not sure if it's something for the long run. When I see cups and wands, If I don't see any pentacles, I'm not sure if it's something for the long run. Queen of Wands, Three of Swords. Okay, this might be somebody coming back from the past, okay, who might have broken your heart or whose heart you broke in the past. And yeah, they might be coming back into your love life in 2025. And you're starting something new with them. Queen of Wands, it feels really good. You know, they actually might be a fire sign as well, so an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And yeah, it's a sexy connection with them. And you know, if it's not long lasting, then there's at least some like good passion and good sex out of it, so that's always a plus. All right, let's see what's going on in your career life. You have got the Moon card, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. I think you absolutely are course correcting when it comes to your career. You're trying to take a different path that's going to bring you more money. And not only bring you more money, my guides are letting me know that bring you more balance. So like bring you more PTO, that brings you more like vacation time. I'm getting the sense of somebody who wants to spend more time with their loved ones, with their friends, and just get more vacation time off and potentially get better benefits. There might be some fears that you have wrapped up to it, like wrapped up to this movement. You know, you might be leaving something behind, leaving a job behind, choosing to go, again, like I said, down a different path that's calmer and just you feel like works for you better and will ultimately bring you more abundance. But like you might be a little bit afraid, you might not know if this is the right choice, but you do have a deep knowing in 2025, so trust your intuition on this. I would say really strongly trust your intuition. I feel like you know what is best for you, especially in your career. You know what is best for you. And you know that if you choose to leave something, it's at the right time. If you leave a job or if you leave a company, if you choose to like open a business, ultimately you know what's going to bring you more wealth, you know. And Virgos don't do anything impulsively, let's be real. Like Virgos plan everything out, and Virgos, you are very good at calling the shots for your future. I do think it might bring you some stress, might kind of like freak out your central nervous system a little bit. You might be like, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? Don't question yourself too much. Just take a new perspective on it. Just be like, you know what? I need to try new things on this year. I need to see what works, okay? And I do see that it's going to work out for you, all right? So trust that. Okay, Virgo, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this reading. I hope it resonated and I hope it was helpful, which to me is the most important thing about my readings. So if it was helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel. I will see you next time for the January general reading, the first reading of 2025.